That's hilarious. Stupid ass YouTube. Yeah, I came across that yesterday. I was like, eh. It's always fun to hear it from a different perspective on things. And I just love the radio guy. That was just hilarious. Yeah, YouTube's really strict on showing other people's content. When they're big, when you're tiny, fuck you over and it won't matter a bit. And it happens constantly. It happens constantly. And I hope you asked it what the app I was using. I'm using, I think I sent it to you, but I use a Photoshop Legacy. I can't figure out the new one. I don't want to. I don't want to figure it out at all. I just want to leave me alone. Oh God, they had another kid. Oh jeez. Okay. Like I could show this probably this next one almost in its entirety, more than likely. There you are. It's about fucking time. Oh wait, you're falling. I don't know. There's too many fallens out there. Oh, good evening. Oh, this putz.
True Aurora to disprove the lies. Tonight, we'll take you from the heart of the Trump rally to a gathering place for immigrants in Aurora, and we'll fact
check. Fashionably late. I'd say so. Donuts. The fuck you doing anyway?
check the claims made by powerful people, whether they like it or not.
We don't need Kyle Clark at 9 News to tell us what's happening in our own backyard.
Minutes.
What? Faster? What? Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me get the volume up. What? I don't understand. I'm confused.
Next. To believe Donald Trump is to believe that this is a conquered city, Aurora, Colorado. To believe Donald Trump is to believe that this luxury resort where close to 10,000 of his supporters gathered today joyfully and peacefully in celebration of his reelection campaign is to believe that it is on city ground taken over by a Venezuelan gang. Now, Aurora police for months have said that the reality is that this gang is relatively small. They've identified 10 members of Tren de Aragua. They've arrested 9 of them. They say that their impact on the city is isolated. But Donald Trump is now focusing a key piece of his presidential campaign on spreading the word around the country that Aurora, Colorado is a war zone.
I will rescue Aurora and every town that has.
Ugh. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Can't stand listening to him. Can't stand looking at him.
Single person in this country without documentation. That would be, by his own estimate, more than 20 million people. And today he even expanded the scope of who he wants rounded up and taken out of America, saying that he wants to remove some legal protections from immigrants who are here legally at this time so that they too can be removed from the country. Trump said that he's going to invoke a little used federal law to declare migrants enemies so that they can be rounded up and deported more quickly. Operation Aurora is what he says that it will be called, and he says it will begin.
That's
here.
a good thing, guys.
We will not be.
It's just, oh my God. I wish I would. Every day I want it to be the last day I ever hear him. But I know for a fact, we will be just blasted with Trump everything for the next 10 years, if not longer. I know it's coming. It'll never stop. It's just the same thing with Hitler. Over the last 40, 50 years, I've heard Hitler or the Nazis mentioned nearly every single day I've been alive. And it's just it just boggles the fucking mind. Like even today, one of the first things I heard about today was the Nazis. One of the very few things today, or one of the first things today, I should say. Yeah, I know. 1A roundup next. That's coming, man. I keep telling I keep saying it, and I keep that they have already started really. In small towns here and there, they're really cracking down on the 1A shit, and pretty soon there's gonna be a lot more arrests and a lot more violence in that section. There needs to be a different way of doing it. It really does.
Conquered.
Donald Trump came to Aurora, Colorado, claiming the city of 400,000 people had been conquered by a Venezuelan gang. Clearly false, and the thousands who gathered at a luxury resort in Aurora to hear Trump knew that. Many in the crowd surely also knew that Northwest Aurora has struggled with crime and poverty for decades, long before the recent immigrant surge, even as Trump claimed otherwise about that area.
Members of the gang.
And Trump lied about the effort to remove him from the Colorado ballot for the January 6th insurrection.
And yet it was Polis who led the.
Sorry, I can't. I don't want to hear him. I can't. It's just I don't want to hear him anymore.
Trump took the stage was his longtime immigration advisor, Stephen Miller, a man who's been described by NPR News as the link between white nationalists and Trump. The crowd cheered as Miller described making an America without immigrants, only Americans within the country.
You have a right to want a country that is of, by, and for Americans and only Americans. If you do the work for the next 25 days, Colorado will send Donald J. Trump back to the White House. The criminal migrants will go home, and America will be reclaimed for Americans.
Who are immigrants.
Immigration was the
And the
focus of the
children of
rally, but a lot
immigrants.
of Trump's familiar target drew criticism. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Democratic Governor Jared Polis, and especially transgender children. Very loud boos a couple of times for the idea of transgender children. The fire marshal told me that they could fit 10,300 people or so inside that big rally space at the Gaylord Rockies. And the people had to come in at a trickle because there was a fire code issue with how fast they could come in through the lobby. So there's still a huge crowd trying to get outside when Trump was speaking. Only a few dozen counter protesters out here today, not much of that. Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman, a Republican, said after the Trump rally that there was nothing said there that had not already been responded to with the facts. And Mayor Kaufman said he hoped that Trump supporters from outside Aurora might just notice while they were here that the gang takeover claims are not true. We found a variety of views on that from Trump's supporters.
Listen, we're from Aurora. We live in Aurora. The Venezuelan gang stuff is it's all there's Venezuelans, the cartel, they're on every corner, man. They've been here long before this guy, and you know, so we're here to support the president, you know.
I think that he has been clear with his message. There's criminals, and if they are from Venezuela, how else are you gonna call it? How else? It's just clear, like, I don't feel represented when he say Venezuelan gangs because I am not a part of a gang.
Tricks, yes. Who made it? Douglas Callaghan.
Turn it off for a minute because I want to give you some advice.
Sir, I want to contact my lawyer.
If you spend any time on YouTube these days, you'll eventually stumble upon First Amendment auditors. This growing trend of content creators is capturing the attention of millions and sparking debate about our constitutional rights to film in public. We hear their voices and we see their encounters, but we rarely see the people behind the camera. So who are these people? And why are they putting themselves in harm's way to test their First Amendment rights? In this story, I will be auditing First Amendment auditors to find out.
This story should have come out a decade ago.
First Amendment auditors?
Oh, really? Oh, you watch the videos?
Yeah.
Are you a fan? Or you? Oh, really? You like them?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You saw like Nasty Nathaniel?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's me.
All right.
They had to pick Nasty.
I, as a First Amendment auditor, consider myself to be an activist. I'm doing something that can be considered educational. No, I don't consent to searches.
We have every right to do that.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
You don't have probable cause
I do.
for
Are
reason
you
to do
asking
that.
to file some type of formal complaint?
Yes, sir, I would.
Okay.
To me, it's not really so much about holding the government accountable, even though that's part of it. To me, it's about, exercising your right to record in public and educating the public.
Yeah, take care.
Take care. Suck my bro.
Yeah, well, if you would shave the beard, I might, but all right. You're gonna be a YouTube star now.
I think it's really important to show people like, hey, you don't have to be afraid of a camera. It's just, it's not a gun. It's not a weapon. It's just a camera.
What is a First Amendment audit?
Carried by a fat fuck. The image is part of it. Just saying.
A First Amendment auditor is someone who tests their right to record in public. And, so by doing that, you go to a specific place, whether it be a government facility.
Is this the city jail?
a private company, a religious organization.
You are treating somebody like dirt.
How do you think Scientology treats people? And you stand outside and you film from public property where you have a right to be. So it's basically to see if the staff, management, security, if there is any, is going to be able to respect your right to record in public. So it's like a test.
So how long have you been conducting First Amendment audits? How did you first get started?
Going back to like 2009, 2010, I was a part of a comedy group called NOAC.
Hey, Mom, keep it down, you stupid.
We got a part in a local television show on the Pacific Network, and the show was called Shaka Shakedown.
Aloha, mates! Foxy Frankie here in beautiful Waikiki Beach, Honolulu, Hawaii. And today I'm gonna teach you how to be a foxy guy. All right, yeah.
And what we were basically trying to do was be like a Hawaiian version of Jackass.
I'm gonna teach you guys out there how to score chicks. I'm gonna teach you how to create a fabulous body like the one you see right here. Oh yeah, I'll even teach you how to pee.
When we would go out and film, chances are there would always be some security guard or some store manager or something that would come out and tell us, oh no, you can't film here, or you got to go across the street, or not in front of my business.
You don't need any of this. This is all garbage. All you need is my 12-part DVD series. Yeah.
And even back then, obviously I didn't know anything about First Amendment auditing, but I remember thinking, like, is that a law? Can they make you leave? Like, I mean, I understand this is their business, but they don't own the sidewalk. If I knew then what I know now, I would have just told them to F off.
I have to let you know, I'm sorry about this, but
okay,
you can do whatever you need to do, but also like the other side.
We're just gonna stay right here.
You need to be in the other side.
No, we don't. But back then, we didn't know. We were just like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, and then we'd leave. And so then, fast forward, when I found like channels that were doing this thing called First Amendment auditing, it really made me flash back to that period of my life when I was living in Hawaii and we were having to deal with this kind of stuff.
People of McDonald's, I demand the liberation of your vegetables. Give me your vegetables. Give them to me! Look at you! You're fool! All of you!
Do you typically work alone, or do you work with other First Amendment auditors?
Since I've been in this community, I've had the privilege of being able to work alongside a lot of other really creative and I'll say talented auditors. For example, me and First Amendment Rights, like we really clicked together when we would audit.
My name's Chris. I do what is called First Amendment audits, and my channel is called First Amendment Rights. I see it as a form of like civil rights activism. It's not so much bringing the awareness all the time to the people that are there directly in front of the camera.
This is like the
very
audience
first time that sees it on YouTube or social media, because it could be anywhere from 10,000 people to upwards over 250,000 that can see a video. So I branch out, to like untraditional locations, like maybe fast food drive-throughs. Sundays I'll go to houses of worship and test my right there. And it looks like we might have somebody coming over here.
I just noticed you're video recording us.
Yeah, for sure.
May I ask you what the video record is for?
Oh yeah, you can ask, no problem.
That's the part I like the most. Whenever she says that shit. Yeah, you can ask.
Yeah, is this for private purposes or?
Oh, I can't disclose that right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys taking video?
Sure am.
Why are you filming?
I saw this one.
Why are you filming me?
Why'd you park right in front of me?
I'm not giving you permission.
Well, I didn't give you permission to park in front of me.
You don't own this damn parking lot.
You don't own this, and you don't own this camera.
You want to film something?
Stay back. It's not very Christian.
I'm glad
of
they
you,
started
is it?
with two of them that I dropped.
Huh?
I really am. Because I don't fully agree with First Amendment auditor, but or this one, or First Amendment rights, whatever. auditors. But yeah, they're good. Nasty's funny enough. Oops.
You want to film something? Go ahead. She's recording you too, so good. Go about your day. Good. You got a problem with freedom?
What?
I got a problem with being filmed when I'm not giving you permission to film me. Well, I'm parking in a public parking spot.
Why are you backing up?
Salt. Get off my phone, man. Call the cops. Call the cops on this guy. Setting a real good example for your church. That's far enough. Thank you. I don't need to get close to you. So I apologize for taking your phone, putting it on the ground, and stepping. Appreciate that, and for also hitting it out of my hand. Sure, and also hitting it on your hand. Thank you, I appreciate it. I hope we all learned a lesson today that public photography is not a crime or a reason to assault somebody. I think we all learned a lesson today.
I've had people come up, put their hand over my lens. I've been pushed. I've been shoved. I had my camera broken once.
How are you? Good. How's it going? Good. How you doing? Good. Nice. Are you pissed off at me or the guy with the stone? Pissed off at you for what? I don't know. You're filming like something. You need anything for me? Oh, just checking it out right now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's never happened before. Someone's never taken pictures and video before? Well, I mean, usually they come in and say, hey, my name's so-and-so, and I'll be filming. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know I'm filming. It's plain as day, pretty much. Yeah, well, what's your interest exactly? Oh, I mean, you guys are recording too, right? I'm sorry? You guys have cameras mounted on your security purposes, yeah. Oh, okay, it doesn't matter, but you have the right to record, so do I. Okay. Yeah. Kind of bizarro world. Huh? Okay. In a bizarro world? Can I help you? What's your deal? Well, I'm good. I don't need any help. Yeah. Okay, because all the neighbors are calling, asking me what's going on. I'm really? Trying to find out, yeah. Oh, yeah, just taking pictures and video. I know, but I don't dig it, so you can get the fuck out. Really, seriously, I'm called police, because this is private property. And, I'm aware. And these are people's cars and stuff. And yeah, I know. They look pretty cool. I was kind of interested looking at all the rusted out Porsche bodies up there. Those are from a fire that occurred here. Oh, wow. And it was a big loss, and it's a super emotional deal for me. No, seriously. Seriously, it was a big fire here. Almost lost everything I ever owned. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm still recovering from that. And so I don't know what you're up to, but I really don't appreciate it. I'm serious. I'm just shooting some video and pictures. Yeah, I know, but you're starting to get on my nerves. I'm telling you right now. I'm standing on a public curbside. I don't care. This is my stuff. I understand that. I'm not on your property. I mean, if you want to be cool with me, I'll share with you. I'll tell you the story.
Smoke a joint with you. Yeah, all that. Yeah. People are just, when they act like this, what are you having now? You have pumpkin pie?
Yeah, I bought that last night.
No. She's like, yeah, she gets nasty. He gets gross. Pumpkin's the worst flavor ever invented, created, or found on the planet. It's simply the grossest. I don't care what anybody says. Especially pumpkin spice.
Yeah, pumpkin spice eggnog is the most disgusting shit I've ever drank.
Story?
Yeah, I mean, if you like
I do magazine articles. Very cool. But this is just odd for you to walk up and start taking video at my shop. I'm not a big fan of it.
I mean, I could be a car enthusiast.
You could be, and I'm really cool. I have a good rep with it. And
so, I mean, tell me to get the F out of here and threatening to call the police on me for just taking pictures.
I will call the police if you don't share with me what's going on.
I technically don't have to. I mean,
and if you could as a human being, as somebody with just being cool.
I could. I'm just going about my day.
Human beings aren't
You're going about your day.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you're
I like taking pictures in public. Is that okay?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's filming or she's filming. I don't know.
Just shooting some video out here today. Yeah.
We got a lot of theft here.
Oh,
We do
okay.
get a lot of theft here.
Oh wow,
Doesn't mean
you
I've stolen
do.
anything.
No, but it's just kind of interesting.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Hey.
What? Hey! Don't touch. What?
You should leave.
You should leave right now because you're a smart piece of shit. You just assaulted me and damaged my camera.
I was trying to be nice. Are you injured at all?
I was shoved into the
In the ambulance.
dumpster. No, I don't. Haven't seen him
desire
since.
to press charges against him?
I would like to do a citizen's arrest. And I just found where he threw my viewfinder, landed in the dumpster. Now, my question is, how would I retrieve my
Well,
property
good for you.
in case his fingerprints might be on it?
They're not going to come out and do this SID. The
Okay.
fingerprints are not going to come out for this type of allegation to come out and do
Okay.
fingerprints for that. So, there you go. That's,
All right, thank you very much.
He likes pumpkin pie. 'Cause I
Thank
don't
you.
eat it.
I would give a pass to a location if I don't hear any threats of police being called, if I don't hear anyone directly saying, oh, you need to leave or stop what you're doing, because then that's, to me, that's infringing on what I'm doing. People are sometimes curious, and hey, that's fine. We all can be curious, but then at the end of the day, I say if you escalate it further beyond that, that's when I have the problem.
For entertainment purposes, a fail is what, you know, that's what gets you the high numbers. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you know, when I do get a, you know, a big freak out, not that I solicit that, but you know, when somebody.
Look at the kid in the background. That's hilarious.
He does come out and, you know, yeah, and yell and holler and stuff. Yeah, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, this is going to be, you know, a banger.
Have you ever been in situations where you've been assaulted?
I got assaulted once. I was auditing in Morro Bay. I ended up getting into a confrontation with a senior officer and an individual who turned out to be the chief of police. They wanted my ID and I refused to give it to them because I wasn't committing a crime. Ultimately, the chief ended up resigning. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Police Chief Gregory Allen.
Oh, you're the police chief?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, were you the one in the back?
Yeah, I
didn't mean
what you were doing. I had no idea.
I didn't mean to spook you. I was hoping to get some shots of some patrol cars coming out of the station just for my little project I'm doing.
Okay, do me a favor though. What's your name?
Nate. Yeah.
Okay, Nate. Here's the best thing to do. If you're gonna do something like that, is that on?
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Well, I'd prefer to keep it on just to document just the interaction.
No, just turn it off for a minute because I want to give you some advice on how to do this in the future. So while we're talking to you, just go ahead and turn it off.
Oh, I would prefer. I mean, no disrespect, Chief, but I would prefer just to keep it on just for documentation.
What do you
say? Just anything I can see in public. That's all.
Okay, here's the issue that you're going to run into in police stations, and we have a real problem with it. It's really a public safety concern for my officers. So why don't we
It's
start
a
off
public
by,
safety
that's my
concern for the officers.
No, I prefer not to. I just prefer to remain
I'm
anonymous.
not really asking you. I'm insisting that you show me some identification. In a lot of towns, we have people all the time, and we're not accusing you of this, but may not have the best intentions as far as officers. So, based on that, and based on the combination of your activity, go ahead, man. We're gonna insist on identifying you, and you don't have a choice.
As well as the penal code violation you committed just minutes ago.
What is that violation, though?
I was asked and answered. It's the same as photographing an election office or the inside of a jail.
I've actually done that before.
Okay,
many facilities.
Yeah, and that's a misdemeanor crime, and that's why you're being contacted, and we want your identification. We want it right now, Nate.
I don't want to provide that, sir. I want to contact my lawyer.
We're gonna make
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Not. Sure, that hurts. They just threw me to the ground, literally slammed my head in the pavement, and like I saw stars. I mean, I'm not trying to put a lot on this for dramatic purposes, but I did. I saw stars, and threw me in the back of a hot police car for like 45 minutes to an hour, and then they released me. They let me go, kick me loose with no explanation or no apology or anything. Morro Bay got a lot of calls. They got a lot of people going there, protesting, auditing. It really put Morro Bay on the map. Because before that, the only thing Morro Bay was known for was a dormant volcano.
And what was the result of those protests?
Well, ultimately, the chief ended up resigning.
The Morro Bay police chief is resigning. Chief Gregory Allen's last day will be August 17th.
He had only been chief, like, I don't even think, not even 6 months when that happened with me. You know, KSBY News said that, oh, well, there was the city of Morro Bay in a statement said there's no specific reason for Chief Allen's sudden departure.
City manager Scott Collins says there was no specific incident that prompted the decision, but that the city and Allen agreed that now was a good time for a change.
All right. Well, my name is John Poe. I'm 55 years old. I've worked, as a detective sergeant, as a patrol officer, a sergeant, a lieutenant, and then chief of police.
I know shortly after Nasty Nathaniel
Getting a little long in the tooth, but I get it. It's good that it's got out to at least one station, but now it needs to hit national. It really does. There needs to be a primetime fucking story on it. It needs to go further now. Because we need to have a discussion. There needs to be discussions. And there needs to be movement. There's not. God, one of these things. Bye-bye, Mr. Piggy. You have yourself a wonderful time. Now, I keep telling you people, everybody calling the police pigs. It's offensive to actual pigs. Oh my God. But, that'll come sooner or later. Damn, she's good looking back there. Ultimate. No, long in the tooth. It's an old expression. It just means that the story's getting a little long. There's always stuff like that out there. So how's your day going? Robotics class. Right on. Well, thanks for stopping in. You have a lovely evening. No diddy diddler. All right then. Peace, pot, and microdot, brother. Well, since somebody else stopped in, I'll say goodbye. Y'all have an interesting evening. I'll see you tomorrow, probably. Try to do some streaming tomorrow. Ta-ta.